Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the free-to-play. Thanks for being here. A little bit of headache today, but the sun was out and we got up to 30 degrees, so that's something. I'm feeling better about the sun. I'm ready to soak it up, as it were. What do we got going on? Good question. Good question. A lot of good questions. What we're going to do is, I'm finding that on some of my older accounts, I'm making a little bit of a mistake. And so what I want to do right now is, I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of replaced Dark Trooper and Range Trooper up here. And I took off Quill, who's down here still. I moved Cardoon down here because I need to get teams finished, because these guys, I mean, granted, Range Trooper is pretty far away, but I need to get these guys done for and start gearing them up for assault battle, so we can start acquiring gear and Kairos and all that fun stuff. And yes, we do need to finish Darth, Scion, and Nihilus, but just the whole two pulls we've been getting, and plus our nodes are really expensive, and these guys are much less expensive. I'm just going to knock them out real quick, then we'll come back to the whole Scion farm for the whatever that thing's called. I already started out strong with the 4 pull. That's good. And I just want to run through and get these guys done as fast as I can. Once we get the ability to do refreshes back here in about the 22nd, here in about a week, when we're, because I said we're going to start that on the 1st. On March 1st, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do double jumps, and we're going to do refresh and all this stuff. But right now we're just still in save mode, even though we do inch closer and closer every day to that 4,000 mark. I'm like, let's just wait until the 1st, and then we'll drop the hammer and see what happens from there. But you still see we got now. We have a little bit of choice to make, because we still got 114 things, but we need to start planning ahead, right? Because we've got all of our shards for the SLKR. We just need signal data, and there's no use chasing signal data until we have the ship, till we have the finalizer. At least that's my way of thinking right now. That doesn't mean right. That doesn't mean it's right. It just means that that's where my head is right now. Also, we are doing the Naboo raid. I did it. I took a shot. My Jedi weren't done, but I get 209. I was trying for a 300 easy run. Couldn't make it there because my we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We hit 4 million. I mean, of course. I mean, you know how it is. I mean, this is the free-to-play guild, and they wanna try to push. And I've been working on these Naboo guys, this team for in the background for a couple weeks, and I got Zetas. I just don't have. I ran through it, and I'm like, why is this team horrible? It's because I didn't have mods, and so I went through and put some mods on after the run. You can see here now that I don't even have mods for fit kits, and these mods were sub, and these mods were, and it just was not. I mean, if they would have told us, hey, and if they could have warned us, because I'm really bad on Discord, but it's like I'm so close. I just wish they could have waited another week, and we would have been fine. Because I just hate losing. I just hate losing out on stuff, because Now we're set back a whole, and I can't, and it's like, I need 11 more of these. I could buy them, but we're trying to save up here, and there's no other way. And so they're not in the shop. I don't have enough currency for them in the shop. So it's super helpful that, especially now that I can do it. We don't 10. That's like right on the borderline. And I guess we should probably, what's the other piece here? And this is just going to get us, we're still going to need this one piece like I talked about that I don't have access to right now. I mean, none of these guys, and I'm looking for these guys, and they're a little bit more expensive than I want to hope. So that means so this is what we're going to use the rest of our currency on tonight, is just trying to get this Naboo team a little better. I mean, I don't know what people are doing with their accounts. I mean, because I think we wanted to do this, and we talked about doing this like a month ago, and it just feels like people are dragging their butt, and it's like CG's kind of not hiding the fact that we've had this raid for 7-8 months. They made an adjustment to it to where it was easier to get stuff, and they've given no indication that raid is ending anytime soon. So I know people are working on stuff, but all you gotta do is put together one team. And I don't like that this guy's poo-pooing this. It's like, let's just do it. It's fine. Yeah, I wish that I would have been able to hit 300, but if we look at our leaderboard for the guild, we had somebody that's, we had a couple of guys that are really looking at doing stuff, and I was almost ready to get to 300,000. My mods were a little low, my gear's a little low, and then but it's like the lower you go, Darth Jar Jar is like 21,000. It's like, well, there's no wonder. And then you just look at all the people who haven't even done it yet, and this guy's like, oh, I don't think we're ready. And it's like, well, get ready. What are we doing? We're burning daylight. We're losing get 3 stuff. We're losing resources because we're dragging our feet, and I don't like that at all. It's not a good feeling, but I don't think it's that big of a carve out. I just think that people are they just think that the raid time's over, and whatever. But it's like it's not gonna hurt you to get these people, these Jedi. I mean, yeah. And you can see how close I am. I even have separatists for a team, but of course we'd have to gear them up, and I've already got Newt geared up. But I mean, the thing is, most of these guys are Jedi Vanguard anyway. So just do it. It's not going to kill you. The only one here that's not is, I think, Yoda. But I mean, other than that, just do it. Because it takes how long out of your day, especially since especially since Kid Fist is right here, and he's in the guild store, and Qui-Gon's right here. So you get Qui-Gon from here, you get Kit Fisto from the guild store. I mean the guild activities store, and he's right here. And then so this is a super easy team to put together, and then there's nobody here. But then Luminar's right here, and then half the time, and then Plo's right there. So it's like, and then if you just have another character, you put Jimmy, you get Jimmy, you put Jimmy on the team, and But I just don't know why people like to overcomplicate things. Anyway, let's get into since we're in the store, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Finish this out, and then we'll go back out. So yeah, that's where all my money went, because I had some like 8 million. Now we're down to almost 2, because mods, because mods. But we're trying, and it's like, here after we get cross here in a month, because of course we've already got. You already know about record. The record event hasn't started yet for me, but in about a week from where you are, we're gonna get Crosshair, and then 2 weeks after that, we're gonna start getting Jedi Vanguard, and it's like, just do it. Just take a week, gear them up, put them to gear 12. I mean, come on. You don't have to overcommit. Just one team. That should not be too hard. And I'm just baffled by the people who are like, I can't even put one measly team together to help out with the raid, so I can get some raid rewards. That's just, I'm baffled by that. That's because it's like, don't you want to be able to push forward? Don't you want to be able to do well? I don't understand. Because I feel like it defies. It's like put it together. Put one raid team that's capable of doing, 300 damage. And like I said, I'm not even there, but it's like, but at least, but I'm on my way to putting this team together. And you've got, because, go back to that scream, and you've got people that are. So this is a member of my guild who is a little bit low, or a little bit above where I am GP wise, but they have taken, obviously they have, and this is a free to play guild, so I have no reason to doubt that this is all not free to play down. But he is, the CLS team obviously very high, or high-ish. I'm looking for his Han right now. I'm not. 5, Relic 5. So it's hard. And then he has the Ewoks where they need to be, and he's clearly going for Leia first thing, which is fine. But then you look over here, and keep in mind this is somebody that's at 2.3, and he's got all this going on. But then we go to the Battle on the Naboo tab, and there's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. He may have been working. He might be watching the Poncho Bros. He farmed Plo a little bit, but there's no Luminara who's in the guild shop. Like we said, there's no Qui-Gon, or there is, but it's level 1. Mace is level 1. Jimmy's level 1. I mean, there's no Luminara on here. There's no Kit Fisto on here. And I'm just like, I know you're working on something, but I'm like puzzled when it's like, because we've not made a secret that we're doing this. But there's just people on here that are just like, and that's frustrating, because I'm taking time out of my farm, because there's places I need to be, there's stuff I need to be working on, and I don't want to be working on this Battle for Naboo team. I don't want to be working on these guys either, but at least I'm making an effort to push forward. so that we can move forward as a guild, so that we can get stuff as a guild. And yes, I fell into that one piece. I don't even know where I got it, but I'll take it. So I mean, we're a couple mods away. We're wherever the crap, wherever this thing is that I can get for this, and Kit Fist will be done. And then we just get Jimmy. You know, I didn't have mods on Jimmy earlier, and so we're sort of, we need 10 more of these things, and we're like, and hey, look, they're right there, and hey, that's not great, but we'll take them because we need them. Why? Because we're trying to be, you know, it's not hard to push a team up to get it ready for a raid. And, you know, I don't know if you've been following me, but Newt was one of the early characters because I wanted to have, because I needed a leader for my separatist up until I get to Jailbird Alpha. So that's why we have him, and Mace is obviously a fleet commander, so that's obviously why we have him. And then we're working on the Poncho Bros right now in our farm, and you know, Qui-Gon has an Omicron for GAC, and I hear that's a thing, right? And that's what people keep telling me. And we know that Poncho Bros are good for, because they have an assault battle, and then Kelleron, you know, you need Kelleron at some point, right? And then, you know, I've pointed out who all, and then there's like R2, you know, if you get troopers, you can get R2. And then, you know, I have Gungans. I just don't have them open. But I have Gungans. But I just haven't opened them yet. But, you know, and all I've done is like, I haven't gone out of my way to farm these guys. It's like, I showed you, you know where Qui-Gon is. You know how Jimmy is. You know where Luminar is. Kit Fisto's not, I mean, Plo Koon's not out of the way. Kit Fisto's not out of the way. Mace is in the same place. Newt is right there if you want to do seps. You know, obviously the seps are very accessible because I have them all already, or most of them. So it's like, just, I don't think I'm asking too much of people just to say, hey, would you mind terribly going and farming 5 or 10 very accessible characters? You know, because it's, you know, because yeah, maybe you only do lose these for the raid, and maybe it's years before you get any other use out of them, but it's like, at least you'll have them at gear 12 already. And, you know, I'm not going to ask anybody to go over gear 12. But when you have these characters that are right here, and then Barris is easily accessible. Koth is accessible. Elisagura is accessible. I could theoretically, you know, move Kelleron here and put the Poncho Bros in there, and then Barris and Elisagura, and have another team that's ready to go. But that's going to take time. And this one is just right here. It's easy to get. It's just, and it's like I said, I really struggle with people who, I mean, because it's one thing to have to go farm somebody that you have to use hard load energy on, like the triumvirate. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. But when Luminar is right there, when all these characters are right there, and it's just, you're using currency that you get to play the game, that, and you can't even, and it's not, and like I said, I'm not asking you to take them to relic 3 or 5 or 7 or 9. I'm just asking you to get them, take them to 7-star, and then take them to gear 12. That's it. And I'm just astonished by people that, like, they didn't get the memo, or they're just ignoring the memo, or because it's like, yeah, we could just go back and do the I wish they would have done longer with the whole with the raid before the speederback raid, because the speederback raid was much easier to do than this one is. But it's like, can you just try? Can you just maybe, it's not like, just take 5 characters, take them to gear 12 and put some mods on them. They don't even have to be particularly good mods, and then do the thing. And if it's asking too much, then I don't know what that means, but I'm kind of thinking you might be a little selfish, because I don't know. You tell me. Am I being crazy for being mad that some guy can't take, that when he's going through the shops that he can't even with getting 5 Jedi that are readily, easily available, and putting them on a team and putting it out there? I mean, if it is, be sure to tell me, hey, you're a selfish SOB. But that being said, frustrations aside, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the time. Hopefully all the noise in the background will be out by the time you see this video, because there's quite a bit that I'm hoping that you're not hearing. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, hold the line. Bye.